Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, I always have a lot of people asking me, hey, what size pants should I wear? My first responses to that is, bro, I don't even know. I don't know who you are, bro. How would I know what size pants you should wear? So, number one, I'm going to teach you how you can measure your body so you can get your true size. But I know that our style, and when I'm saying our, I'm referring to my audience, or the Chicano culture, whatever you want to call it at this point. Because I mean, in my opinion, now it's just this whole big TikTok trend. But for people who take it seriously, not for people who are just trying to go out there and act hard, that's out. Go find something to do. I'm going to show you guys how to actually get your true measurements, how to measure your inseam, how to measure your waist. But, in our style and our culture, we like to wear bigger clothes. So I'm not going to show you guys how to wear something that's like ridiculously baggy, but I'm going to show you guys how to like get a couple sizes up. Not only that, but as you could tell, I have a little bit of a different setup today. Bam. Look at that. Look. Who's that guy? That's me. Okay, I'll stop. I'll shut up. But anyways, I'm going to go through some pictures of some example pictures of, from my Instagram, from Ben Davis, from FB County, and basically show you guys what to look out for when trying to find the proper size, because you don't want to get something that's too big. I personally, I don't promote getting baggy clothes. Bagginess happens when either you're a short person and you get something too long, or you're a tall person and you get an inseam that's just way too much because you thought that you were going to need it to be longer than you actually needed to. So unfortunately, I cannot find my measuring tape, but luckily for you guys, I can just Google a picture of it. So here we go. So this is basically the style of measuring tape that you're going to need. It's going to be a cloth measuring tape. This is what they're going to use to measure your waist when you walk into a place that does suits, which, by the way, if you were looking for a video that's more like tailored for suits, this is not going to be your video. This is going to be more street attire. So I don't know why I can't find mine. I don't know what happened to it, but I had it. So basically, I'm going to teach you guys right now. I will be only doing measurements for pants, so for legs. So a lot of you don't even understand a lot of you don't even know what size pants you wear. And that's the first problem. That's your first mistake, is how do you have pants you don't even know what size you wear? So as you can see right here, this is my dad's pants that he wanted me to iron for him. So every pair of pants you see has a name on it. So this is a Levi's 541. That's the style of pants that you're getting. Like that's the name of the pants that Levi's made. This is not the size right here. Then it'll say W and L. W is for the waist. And I mean, I guess you could consider it width as well, but it's more the waist. And then L refers to length, which is really, they shouldn't be putting L on it. It should be I for inseam, but I guess people just understand it as length. So there will be two sizes. One is your waist, one is your inseam. So as you can see right here, this is a size 40 by 34. The waist refers to the waist all the way around, not just like this, but the whole waist going around as a circle. So if I wanted to measure my waist, I would wrap this measuring tape. Obviously don't get no construction measuring tape. You want this cloth one. Wrap it around your waist, I believe and you want to do it generally right around where your belly button is, or maybe 1 inch below that or 2 inches below that. Then you want to wrap it around that, and that's how you get your waist measurement. Then for your inseam, the inseam, which also is known as the length, is quite literally from where your crotch is, like the very top right here, then to the very bottom right here to your ankle. So that's how you would measure that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to demonstrate for you. That'll be on the OnlyFans, okay? Where I do it nude. Quickly, a couple things to note. If you are above 6'2", it is going to be extremely difficult for you to find your proper inseam length. That's why these pants right here are length 34, because my dad is 6'5". So it's very hard for him to find the proper size. Anything above an inseam 32 is hard to find. That's considered big and tall. You're only going to find them online. You're only going to find them online. I used to work at Macy's. They did have a couple pants that were above length inseam 32, but they were always in the back room, stashed somewhere, God knows where. I only seen one like a couple times in my lifetime. My point is that for you taller guys, it's going to be tough because you can't go in somewhere and put on pants and try them with the proper length you need. Now, me personally, I'm 6'2" and I wear, in my opinion, a length 32 is perfect for me because, and another quick thing to note, when you buy a waist size bigger, I mean, I could give you an extreme scenario right here. If I were to get, this is a waist 40, right? If I were to get this same pants, the Levi 541, inseam 34, but a waist 60, the waist 60 would be longer, physically longer than this one right here, even though they're the same length. It would still be longer. So it's important to note that getting a waist size bigger is going to slightly add to the length of the pants overall. How many sizes should you size up on your waist? My personal opinion, I'm a waist size 32. I'm a very skinny person. Right now I weigh 165 pounds and my true waist size is 32. I think my perfect size, because obviously we all want to go for that pleated look, which would be this right here if you don't know what I'm talking about. So this is like, these pants are like a ridiculous size 44, right? But I pull them together and I pleat them. And I know everybody wants to go for that look because it's a really, really nice look, how it just kind of like folds over itself. And then it's just kind of like, ooh, like it's just, ooh, like there ain't no other way to describe it but with a sound, you know? So I personally, according to my size, I have found that the best pleat, I get the best pleat if I get a size 40. Cause even after pleating your pants, you don't want to get something too big and not something too little to where you can't pleat it. But the thing is if you get something if you get something too big, you're going to pleat your pants, but there's still going to be like a ridiculous amount of excess waste, like on your butt most likely, and it's going to look stupid. And you don't want to look stupid, obviously. So it's like, the reason I say that is because I have a pair of size 60 FB County 50/50 blends and I can pleat those, but there's so much excess material where it looks stupid. And it's like, I can't tuck my shirt with that because I don't want people to see that ridiculous amount of excess material. It just looks dumb. It looks ridiculous. Going back to what I was saying earlier about the inseam lengths, these are size 44 by 32 with a 1/2 inch baby cuff double. So it's a 1/2 inch cuff and you do it twice. So it's basically 1 inch cut off. So it's basically technically 31 inches inseam length total. Now, this is what I'm talking about. The reason why I believe I've found that the waist 40 length and 40 by 32 is perfect for me is because, as you can see in this image right here, in both of these images, and you'll notice this a couple times in this one too, this is actually a ridiculous length. Let me not even go there because I believe these are like a length 36 or something stupid long. So let's just stick with this image right here. You'll notice right here that these pants are technically too long. And that's why you get this little crinkle right here. And me personally, and for most of you guys out there, I would recommend you do the same thing, is you want your creases to drop straight down all the way. That's why I'm personally very against baggy pants. And you get baggy pants by getting your pants too long. Because by the waist, it doesn't matter. Like I said, those size 60 FB County pants, they're a 60 by 32. And since I'm 6'2", I can still pull it off and the creases will go straight down because I'm tall enough. But if you're a shorter person, they're going to be extremely baggy. You're going to look stupid. Not only is it extremely informal, but you'll also get stereotyped by law enforcement as a gang member. And you'll get stereotyped by gang members as a wannabe. So it's a lose-lose situation to where, extremely baggy pants. I'm against it. You guys should be against it too. You want your clothes to be cool enough to wear on the street, but also formal enough to wear if you have to. I was going to say attend court, but that's just like, I'm just contradicting myself. If you have to go to university, lecture, or if you have to go to a job interview, you know, so you want your clothes to be able to mold to any environment, adapt to any environment you want, you know. Like I said, for you tall guys that are above 6'2", it's going to be extremely hard for you. FB County does not make inseams above 32. That's how much they don't care. Gorilla Cut, I believe Ben Davis. Yeah, no, not even them. Maybe the original Bens do. I'm not sure. Oh wow, not even the original Ben. So as you can already see, trying to find an inseam above 32 is hard. As you can see in this image, these pants are length 36, an inseam 36, and I believe the waist is a 42. And as you can see, my mistake getting my pants too long, you could see that there's a bunch of crinkles right here, 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 right here. Some people like that. I used to like it, and it's just something I've grown out of, you know? So I like my creases drop straight down all the way. So real quick, where I got these pants is in Levi's. Go to men's, go to big and tall, and then you will find the 501. Where is it? Okay, so sort by 501 original, and then here you go. These are the big and tall sizes. This is where I got these ones from. Shrink to fit, obviously, you know, the original. And then as you can see, it goes 32, 34, 36, 38, and then the waist go all the way up to a 58, which is perfect. And then as you can see right here, the model in this image is 6'5" with a 44-inch waist, which I'm assuming is his true waist measurement, and he's wearing a size 44 by 32. Oh, so he's not even, okay. So he's not even wearing an inseam that's like 33 or something. Huh. That's weird. So more of the story is for you taller guys, it's gonna be harder because if you're like this dude and you walk into a JCPenney, a Macy's, it's gonna be harder to be able to try on your size because obviously you don't want to waste your money, you know, taking a chance. But then also you have to put into consideration the fact that you're going to cuff your pants. I will be getting into shirts in a bit. Let's just talk about this. You also have to put into consideration though, the fact that you are going to cuff your pants if you do want to cuff your pants. What the fuck? Bro, what is going on? For example, right here in this image you see right here, I'm wearing same size 42 by 36. I have a half-inch baby cuff, half-inch baby double cuff, whatever you want to call it. So I'm basically shaving an inch off of that. And I'm sitting down. And the pants are still too long, like long enough to the point where they sit on here. Another reason I'm against baggy pants, if you get pants that are too long, they're going, when you're standing, and I believe this was happening to me with these pants, if you're standing, your cuffs are going to drag on the floor, and that's terrible. You do not want that because your cuffs are going to get extremely dirty on the backside. And that's terrible for 501s because if you have 501s, you never want to wash them, you know, to keep them looking fresh and crisp and brand new. So don't do that to your 5. Don't get something too long. Get something that's just right for you. And so as far as the inseam, if you're around 6 foot, the length should be around a 32. That should be the right size for you. If you're a shorter person, try to get shorter pants. Because if you're shorter, you're always going to struggle with your pants looking very baggy. But like I said, you know, in our style, in our culture that, you know, I know most of you guys are going to be shooting for, just keep in mind when you get a waist size bigger, that tends to make the pants longer slightly. And then I believe these are the size 60 pants right here. As you can see, there's so much excess material. It just looks stupid to the point where I can't even tuck my shirt because it's going to look dumb. What else? We have these pants right here. Yeah, those are the same gray ones. But look, this is perfect. This is a perfect image right here because I almost had it going in this image. Right here in this image of the legendary, the myth, the man himself, Chino motherfucking Crante. And obviously, your boy, big shirt. Who else? I almost had it going in this image where the creases were dropping straight down. I had just bought these pants that were brand new. Obviously had the Stacy's on, and I had a little bit bigger of a cuff, and I think that that's why I almost pulled off the look, is because, I'm sorry, I'm having this, like, the blinds, the sun's moving down and shit, and that's why I had it almost going, because these were a length 44 by 32, and obviously, you know, me being 6'2", a length 32 shouldn't be long enough, right? But because I had the waist size 44, it added some extra length to it. So then after cuffing it, this is probably about like, the cuff's probably like a good like 1 inch, 1.5 inches. So now, as you can see, that's why these pants just look so perfect, because they were almost perfect right here in this image, how the creases just drop straight down. So, and this is what I'm saying is, like, do you want your pants to look like this? Perfect creases? Or do you want it to look not like that? Or do you want it okay? Or do you want it to look like this, where it's like all a bunch of crinkles? That's why I'm saying baggy pants is just not the way to go, in my opinion. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you want that, that's between you and God, bro. But it's against my advice, and probably against your parents' advice, and probably against everybody's advice. So I wouldn't do it if I was you. In this picture, these were probably the smallest pants that I owned. I believe they were 38 by 32. And as you can see, creases are perfectly straight, right? But when I sit down, they kind of lift up off my ankle, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But these are not cuffed. And nowadays I like to cuff my pants, so this would be a problem. This one right here, when I met the legendary Fluffy, as you can see, these pants are 44 by 32 as well. And these, I probably had these looking so perfect. I mean, close to perfect. As you can see, they kind of crinkled at the end right there, which is fine. Typically, you might have one crinkle like at your ankle, and that's fine. Might be bound to happen. But also, I had my pants up very high, which is probably the only reason I pulled that off. And I mean, as you could tell, I mean, it's not even, the crease isn't even perfectly straight right there. And for those of you who want very big pants, but you don't want to go too ridiculously big on the waist size, so you don't have that excess material, I would recommend getting Gorilla Cut pants by Ben Davis. Gorilla Cut pants, what these are, even though they need to restock their thing, I mean, they have these blue ones, and I'm very tempted to buy them if your boy had that extra money. You feel me? But what full cut pants are is that you can tell right here, they drop straight down. It's literally just what it is. It's like a Gorilla Cut just means kind of like a fuller cut. And as you can see right here, the model is 6 foot tall, wearing a 32 by 32. So this guy is 6 foot tall, wearing 32 by 32. And look at how perfectly they fit him. And they're bigger style pants because it's like a fuller cut around your legs. Instead of, if you notice on any pair of pants, the waist will kind of start about right here, and then they'll get smaller heading towards the ankle. But with these, it just drops straight down. And that's what I love about Gorilla Cut. So you can tell this dude right here is pulling off the look that we want, that everybody wants. Perfect straight creases, fits him around the waist perfectly. He doesn't even have to pleat it. And there's like one little crinkle right there and right there, which is kind of bound to happen. See, with this dude right here, these pants are too long for him. And when he walks, he's gonna drag his cuffs, which is terrible because they're gonna get dirty. But you can see that they're they're a little bit too long for him. Does it have his height? Believe not. Okay. If we go right here to this image, these pants are definitely too long for this person too. Model is wearing a size 28. Wow. So model's wearing a size 28, which is obviously referring to the waist because they only make these in 32. So that's the problem that FB County has if you're going to be shopping at FB County, is that their pant sizes, their inseams are only available in a 32, and you cannot get shorter, you cannot get longer. Why they would do that, I don't know. I mean, the way they market themselves is kind of for people who are trying to like act like gang members for whatever reason. So yeah, as you can see on this guy right here, he wears a size 28 by the waist, and his pants are ridiculously long. So unfortunately for him, if I was him, what I would do is, let's say you're out there watching this and you have a pair of pants that look like this on you, but you want to get that look, like you want them to be perfectly straight, you want them to come out like this. I would recommend doing cutoff cuffs. Now what that means is I have tutorials on that, doing that in my channel, so you can, look at other videos in my channel. Where is that? I believe in this one. What I would do for cutoff cuffs, you go to the ankle and you cut. There's that gif again. What? Why? Why would he comment that? Like, bro. Anyways, is basically a cutoff cuff is when you cut the end of your pants by a set, a set amount of inches. Which, by the way, I probably should have mentioned in the beginning of this that. Damn, I can't believe I didn't mention this. In the United States, all these measurements that I'm giving you guys go by inches, not centimeters, not millimeters, not anything else but inches. What you would do is you would cut off the pants at the end by, let's say, 1 inch. And this would help this dude right here, right? He doesn't have a cuff or anything, and you could tell that they're, way too big on him. So what I would do if I was him, I would probably cut off 2 inches off the bottom, and then you would cuff them. So that way you're kind of like doubling down, because once you cut them, they're not going to look good, if you leave them like that. So you're kind of going to have to cut them, and then you're going to have to double cuff them, because you could still see like at the top, like where you cut them. So you're going to have to do a double cuff if you decide to cut your pants. So what I would do if I was him, I'd probably cut off 2 inches, and then I'll do a double cuff, either a 1 inch cuff or a 1/2 inch cuff. These are 50-50 blends, so they're very hard to cuff, which means I would probably end up doing a 1 inch cuff. And then that would probably help him get those creases to fall straight down. So what about your shirt size? Now, for your shirt size, I would highly recommend wearing a fitted shirt. Why would I recommend wearing a fitted shirt? Is because the number one thing you can do for your physique, for your style, how do I say it? Your aura is going to the gym, working out, eating right, and then gaining some muscle. In this image, I was about 190 pounds, so I fit this shirt a little bit better. Right now, I'm wearing a medium-sized Pro Club, and I weigh 165 pounds. I lost a lot of weight, long story. It was some medical issues, but I'm doing good now, so we're good. I was about 190 pounds in this image, 6'2", mind you. And I fit this shirt. This is a small size shirt, and it's a bit stretchy. They're not like Pro Clubs where these little polo shirts were a bit stretchy. So I would recommend getting a fitted shirt. Not something that's skin tight, obviously, but something that's fitted, that's gonna let you show off your physique. And especially me personally, I like to, show off the tattoos that I have. But trust me, the best thing you can do for your image, your style, and I believe I said this in my last video, is going to the gym. And you don't want to ruin that by doing something like this, which is what I used to do. I mean, this is a sweater, so it's different. Sweaters are sweaters. Sweaters are always going to be big. Yeah, I didn't even have a shirt on in that picture. Like this, Ben Davis. I was 190 pounds in this image. I had a good body. I was benching 225 pounds, deadlifting 315 pounds, 3 plates. You can't even tell my physique because of this shirt. Removes it. So that's why I'm saying you want to be able to display that without having to wear, a wife beater, obviously, because I can't go to school in a wife beater. I can't go to work in a wife beater, which is why you would preferably want to wear like a polo shirt or a Pro Club, something that's just a fitted. Charlie Browns are the best in my opinion. I had already lost weight in this image. But yeah, because like for example, and I know I saw this earlier. I know this dude, I've seen him on Instagram. I mean, I don't know him personally. I've seen him on Instagram. This dude is built like a unit. Like, this dude is swole as shit. So And obviously it all comes down to preference too at the end of the day. But it's like me, if I was him, it's like, bro, why would you get a size bigger to like hide your physique? You want to like get something a little bit more fitted to show that off. That's just me. That's what I would recommend everybody do. And you know, you don't want to wear a, because this isn't a sweater, right? This isn't considered a sweater. Yeah, it looks like it's just a long sleeve crew neck. But then again, I would assume some people wear this as as more of a sweater to go over their shirt. And sweaters are whatever, you know. Sweaters you can wear oversized. I mean, that doesn't matter. That's a whole different story. And you know, you got to keep in mind that everybody's built differently, not only by height and weight, but also by your frame. Some people have a better frame than others, and you know, it is what it is. You know, as time goes by, I know that my audience on this channel is predominantly younger than me. And so, you know, you guys out there that are watching this, chances are, I'm 21 years old. Chances are you might be younger than me. So most likely you're still growing, you know, you're as like physically, like you're still getting bigger as a person. I know I probably didn't stop growing till like last year. You're always going to have to buy new clothes. So, you know, just keep in mind that you probably won't find the right size till later, because I'm not only finding the right size till now, because it's going to take some time of going through different sizes and, you know, feeling what I feel more comfortable in. You know, some people don't want to wear a tight shirt. Some people want to wear a bigger shirt just to feel more comfortable. That's what I used to do. That's why, you know, when I used to play football, they gave me that name, Big Shirt. But now that I'm a bigger dude and I've put some weight on, even though I'm skinnier now, that's why I've been wanting to wear smaller shirts to show off that physique. But yeah, that's about it. If I left anything out, let me know in the comment section. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I mean, it's here, so I might as well, you know, shout myself out. Big Shirt 626. I will get to your guys' messages after this, maybe. I don't know. To be honest, it's kind of been getting harder every day to keep up with them. But yes, so let me know if I left anything out. But yes, I've always gotten that question. Hey, what size, you know, pants should I get? I'm this height and this weight. Bro, I really can't help you. So next time somebody asks me, I'm just going to send them this video where I go extremely in depth and explain everything. You feel me? So yes, you know, go out there, go to some fitting rooms, try on some different pants, start buying some pants that you're going to like. Keep in mind, you know, always plan in the future, you know, what you're going to do with your pants. Are you going to cuff them? Are you going to cut them? You have to put those things into consideration, how it's going to get longer if you buy a bigger waist size, which I know most of you are because you guys like big clothing. Other than that, don't be a follower, be a leader. Don't fall into this whole copy and paste, you know, trends of, you know, what's going on nowadays with TikTok, and, you know, this whole like Chicano stuff is turning into just kind of like a copy and paste culture, which I'm highly against. Always try to add your own spin to it. Always try to be different, you know, and carry yourself with respect. Your posture is going to have a lot to do with this. I know I explained a lot of these things in the last video, but I got to reiterate them always. Your posture is going to have a lot to do with it. Carry yourself with respect. Don't be cocky. Don't be arrogant. Be respectful. Be honorable. That's all I could say. Thank you. Love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something new. Let me know in the comments, like I said, if you have any more questions, or reach out to me on Instagram. Like I said, I mean, as you can see, it's kind of been getting harder to keep up with. Reach out to me wherever. Email me. Page me if you have to. Shit. I mean, where is it? Page me. All right. I'll be there. Anyways, have a good day, guys. And God bless.